back to my channel. So tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is a global celebration of Irish culture. It particularly remembers St. Patrick, one of Ireland's patron saints who ministered Christianity in Ireland during the 5th century. Now this day is celebrated in many parts of the world, especially by Irish communities. People wear green clothes, eat special food. Parties featuring Irish food and drinks are held for celebration, and it's time when children and adults both indulge in sweets and many things. And many restaurants offer Irish food or drinks. It includes Irish brown bread, anything related to Irish coffee, and etc. etc. So today, for my Irish friends, I'm going to make Irish coffee swirl cake. This cake is a very moist coffee swirl cake which I'm going to bake in a bun tin. And if you don't have a bun tin, you can use the plain round or a spring form pan or other pan that you have. You can line it with butter paper, grease it, line it with butter paper, and then you can use it. This is going to be a really special cake. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So before we begin, I request every one of you who are new to my channel to subscribe and do not forget to press the bell icon so that every time I post a new video you get a notification. So first of all, let us prepare our dry ingredients. So into this all-purpose flour I am adding the baking powder and just give it a good mix with a wire whisk. We just want our all-purpose flour and the baking powder to be mixed properly. Now whatever are the measurements of the ingredients I have mentioned on the screen and also in the description box below, so you can check it from there. So once it's mixed, just keep it aside for later use and let us move towards preparing our wet ingredients. So in another bowl I'm going to add butter. I'm using salted butter here, but you can use both salted or unsalted. Into this I'm adding caster sugar. And now I'm going to cream both of these together. So if you are using unsalted butter, do not forget to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt in the dry ingredients. So one thing I want to say that at the beginning of this video, I said that this cake is for my Irish friends. No doubt it is a special cake for them, but it's for everyone because I really want you all to try this cake once. Your family, your friends are going to love this, and especially all the coffee lovers who love coffee and especially the Irish coffee. I think they must try this cake. This is one of my family favorites as it comes out to be very delicious and yummy. A must try cake, I'll say. Right? So once the butter and sugar are properly creamed, you see it's light pale in color and it's quite fluffy. So I'm going to stop mixing. I'm going to scrape the sides just to make sure that everything is properly mixed. Scraping the sides while making any batter is very important. So just give it one last mix. And now is the time to add eggs. I'm going to add 3 eggs, one at a time, and keep mixing in between. So I've added one and here goes the second one. Keep mixing. And this is the third one. Just mix the eggs properly into this creamed butter and sugar. And now also add some vanilla extract into this. Now this is optional. If you don't want, you can skip this. I like my coffee cake with a hint of vanilla in it. Right? So one last mix once again before adding the dry ingredients. So now we'll add our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients. Alternating with milk and curd, starting with 1/3 of the dry ingredients. Then mix this. Now add half of the milk and half of the curd. If you're staying at a place where you don't have curd, you can use yogurt or sour cream. Now just mix this again. So once this is also mixed, I'm going to add again half of the remaining flour. Mix again. Mix and mix. Okay, and now all the remaining milk and curd. So we have added flour in 3 parts and milk and curd in 2 parts. So starting and ending with the flour. Right, mix again, and don't worry about all the flour that is sticking at the bottom and sides of the bowl, because in the end we are going to scrape it with our silicone spatula. So now add the remaining flour. And mix this one last time. But do not overmix. Once you see that the flour is properly mixed with the wet ingredients and only the few of the dust is left at the sides of the bowl, then stop mixing. So here we go. We are done now. And now I'm going to remove these attachments and going to shake them to get all that batter out of these. Don't want to waste anything. So now with the help of my ever favorite spatula, I'm going to scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl. See how fluffy this batter is. This cake is going to come a very soft one. Okay, so everything seems to be mixed now. And now let's transfer some of the batter, let's say 1/3 of it in a separate bowl, because now we are going to add some coffee flavor into this. So here goes the coffee which I prepared by mixing 1 tablespoon of instant coffee with 2 tablespoons of hot water. Just mix it and then let it cool. Don't add hot coffee into the batter. And I've also added into this the Irish cream. Now you can use a Bailey's Irish cream, or if you can't get that, you can use Ossoro's Irish cream. So I'm using Ossoro here. Just mix it properly, and once this is mixed, we are going to pour the batter into our prepared tin. So here I'm taking a bun pan. This is 7-inch round bun pan, and just grease it. You can use butter. I'm using a non-stick spray here. Just grease it properly, and then first of all I'm going to put a layer of plain vanilla batter into this, just at the bottom. You can also create a marble effect by using whatever method you use for your marble cake, but I just want a swirl of this, so I'm just going to make it as a sandwich pattern. So 1 layer of plain vanilla batter, just tap it on the kitchen counter. And above this, I'm going to spread all of the coffee batter. Just spread it evenly, as much evenly as possible. You know, a very good aroma of coffee is coming out of this batter. And I must say this is going to be a very delicious one. I'm just craving for this cake now. Okay, just give a tap to this too, and now finally whatever batter is remaining, I'm going to just layer that on the top. So don't worry if you're left with an uneven layer of batter like I have here. I don't have much batter to evenly spread on the top, but I'll do it with an offset spatula. So don't worry if you are stuck with the same position, because finally the cake is going to be an awesome one, whatever pattern you come out with. So let me just spread this batter evenly over the top. This is so light and fluffy. So that is the reason the creaming of the butter and sugar is very important. So just give it a good time, mix it for about 3 to 4 minutes until everything, like both of these things, are properly mixed and they are pale and light. So I'm taking my time to properly layer this and evenly spread the last layer. Just give it a last tap on the kitchen counter, and now I'm going to create a swirl effect. I'm just going to swirl a wooden skewer, and I'm going to bake this in a preheated oven now for about 40-45 minutes. And here comes our prepared cake. See how beautiful it looks, that yellow color and that golden brown top. Yummy. So let it cool for about 10 minutes on the wire rack, and after that we'll demold it. So it's about 10-15 minutes. It's still warm but not very hot. So I'm going to demold this. So here we go, and this is our final cake. And once we take this out, we are going to let it cool completely for about 10-15 minutes, and meanwhile we'll prepare our icing. So this is some powdered sugar, and gradually into this I'm going to add some Irish cream and coffee, and I'm going to mix this until it becomes a smooth paste. So our coffee icing is ready now. You can keep it more thick if you want, but I think this is the flowing consistency and it seems okay to me. And now I'm going to pour this icing over my cake just randomly. If you want to increase the quantity of the icing, you can double the all the measurements that I provided you. Just drizzle it evenly over the cake and let it flow downwards. And now once I have decorated the cake with the icing, I'm going to sprinkle some golden sparkling sugar over here on the top of it. So this is not necessary, but I love to decorate my cake, so I'm doing this. You can use whatever sprinkles you have, or you can leave it. You can also sprinkle some instant coffee powder over the cake if you like the dark coffee flavor. So this is our final cake, and now just let us cut a slice and I'll show you how it looks from inside. It is a very soft cake. Okay, so here goes our slice. Lovely. See, it has a beautiful swirl inside and it's really looking very pretty. Let me show you. See how gorgeous this cake looks like. And it is too soft. A perfect buttery cake this is. I think everything you need for this cake is available in your kitchen, so do try, and if you try, do share the pictures with me on my Instagram. So I'm going to have a bite of it. See how soft this is. So I hope you like this recipe. If you like it, do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you like to see more of such recipes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And again, do not forget to press the bell icon so that every time I post a video, you get a notification. If you make this cake, do share the pictures with me on my Instagram, Deepali Ohri. And until we meet again, goodbye and take a very good care of yourself. Happy baking!